Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those with a separate tarot deck. I have the deck that I'll be using in the extended already shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in this reading already shuffled, as well as the decks I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Just a fair warning. I'm heating up my oven right now. I'm literally in my kitchen. I do these readings in my kitchen. And I'm going to have a little snack after this. So if you hear my oven beep, that is what that is. All right, Aries, in your recent past, you have a time to give rather than take with the death in reverse. Your recent past has been kind of like laying a foundation, for something that you want, something that you're trying to manifest, create, maybe something you're not even fully aware of. But your recent past was laying a foundation for something. Now, this death in reverse is kind of this reminder or message that there are some changes that you were resisting and have been resisting in your recent past, because I feel like these changes are scary, but these changes are also very beneficial for you in some way, shape, or form. Now, I don't necessarily know what those are yet, and hopefully we'll get more when we dive into tarot, but that was your recent past. In your current energy, you have confidence is your key to success with the 5 of Wands in reverse. And so in your current energy, you're needing to tap into that part of you that believes in yourself more than, okay, let me back up actually. 95% of your movements, choices, and decisions come from your subconscious. You'll hear me say this on my channel all the time. And therefore, when we are trying to create a reality for ourselves, and say that we're trying to manifest the love that we deserve, or create and find the just overall relationships that we deserve or want, or that we're trying to create like certain financial abundance for ourselves through maybe building a passion career or something like that, there is going to be that part of us that has confidence, right? Which is going to be that 5% of us that wants to create better for ourselves. But then 95% of you, that 95% of you is where those limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears lie. And so right now is a time to make sure that you are really tapping in more to your confidence and your faith over the fears, doubts, and insecurities that are ultimately resistance to whatever it is you're trying to create. And so that's what this 5 of Wands in reverse is. It's working through resistance. So you have confidence as your key to success with that 5 of Wands in reverse, meaning that your confidence is going to be the only way you can work through that resistance to your abundance. Now, in your immediate future, you have stepped out of your comfort zone with the Hangman. Your immediate future is choosing, there it was. Your immediate future is choosing to surrender to the changes that are necessary in order to step out of your comfort zone so that you can create better for yourself, so that you can have whatever it is that you're wanting. So let's start, Aries, by looking at your recent past, clarifying a time to give rather than take with the death in reverse. This is for Aries' recent past. This is recent past for Aries, please. One more for Aries' recent past. What does Aries need to see about the recent past? Okay, there's the Fool. I want more, though. I feel like we didn't even shuffle. Clarifying this Fool. The 7 of Pentacles. And look at that. The Strength card, which is my card of confidence. Okay. So everything that you've been dealing with in your recent past is trying to lead you to a new beginning. Whether or not you've realized it, you have been investing in this new beginning. But this new beginning hasn't been able to take place yet because there are certain changes that you've been resisting, right? That are going to require a pretty intense level of confidence in yourself and in the universe. So if you haven't made the changes that you know I'm talking about, or if you're not aware of the changes or whatever the case is, doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means it's not time yet. Divine timing is always very much at play. And so there is definitely this new beginning that you're headed toward. But I feel like you've been needing to work through a lot of the resistance to get there. Recent past for Aries. Reset past for Aries, please. Ooh, okay. I feel like in your relationships with other people, and this what we're talking about doesn't have to have anything to do with relationships, but this specific message is saying in your past relationships, I feel like you have maybe had a lot of people or have internalized the way that people have treated you as these beliefs that you are not capable or deserving or worthy. And that can come in the treatment of like, just bad treatment from romantic partners, from even friends, or our parents. Even maybe they weren't necessarily intentionally bringing these beliefs into your world, but you've been fighting, whether or not you've realized it, you've been fighting against the way that you have internalized your beliefs about yourself that were placed on you by the people. And that could even be just society's beliefs, right? Not believing that, for instance, it's possible to start an online tarot business and support, make enough money to support and pay the bills, right? Personal experience, right? So, what I'm getting at is this goes deeper than just creating something in your material world. You are actively fighting against, and that a lot of this resistance was created by the way that you have internalized your belief about yourself based on past people, as based on people who have been in your life. Now, again, some of these people might not have mean to put these beliefs on you, but oftentimes what people believe about themselves becomes their projection on others. And if you're dealing with like a parent-child relationship, those parents will place those beliefs on those kids. And if the parent doesn't believe that they're deserving or capable of love or whatever the case is, that will then become the child's belief because that's what they've learned, right? Reset past for Aries. Reset past for Aries, please. This is for Aries. Reset past. Oh my goodness. Okay. Reset past for Aries, please. Whew. Because there's the opportunity. Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Six of Pentacles. There's an opportunity that I feel like you want. Like you know it exists and you want it. You want to receive this opportunity, but you've been controlling. Look at that with the Five of Wands. You've been, because this is the Five of Wands in reverse, but you've been controlling and letting your resistance control your decision making. Confidence is the only way with the Strength card here to overcome that. It's kind of cool seeing this confidence and this Five of Wands cards next to each other since that's what's in the middle here, but I digress. What I'm getting at is, first and foremost, if in those messages you immediately felt shame, like you're doing something wrong, I want you to give forgiveness to that part of you, because this is not me trying to shame anybody who hasn't taken leaps of faith or who has dealt with resistance. We all as humans deal with resistance to love and abundance. So just first and foremost, the controlling aspect, it could very well just be coming from your subconscious, meaning you're making safe choices because you fear failure, right? And that's okay. It's an okay place to be. It's not an okay place to stay. That's the biggest thing. Bringing it to your awareness and allowing yourself to say, okay, I see how I'm keeping myself stuck. I see how I'm not making movements toward what I want. I see how I'm allowing my fear to get the best of me. Now, what can I do to overcome that, right? That's where, real healing and real healing is done and real miracles are created. Okay, current energy for Aries, clarifying confidence is your key to success with the Five of Wands in reverse. So that was your reset past. I feel like now you're working through this resistance. And now is a really big time to tap into your confidence over your fear, which isn't always easy, but it is possible. Current energy for Aries, please. Current energy for Aries. There it is. Look at that. The Death in reverse. And you have the Two of Wands in reverse. So there's a little bit of sabotage going on here, whether or not you realize, some self-sabotage. And the self-sabotage is coming from this Devil energy. Now, bear with me, because again, you're not doing anything wrong. These are just things that need to come to your awareness so that you can do better, create better for yourself, right? Not do better. That's come off as really judgmental. Anyway, what I'm getting at is the biggest reason you're resisting these changes is because you're overthinking. I feel like there are certain changes that you know you need to make, or that you know you should make, or that even that you want to make. But you're overthinking these changes so much that you allow the fear, which lives in your mind, to make the decision for you. And that's kind of what this devil energy is talking about. This devil energy is also attachment to a certain outcome. So your attachment could be to an outcome that isn't actually what serves your highest good, but serves your fear. Like for instance, stuck on a certain relationship that doesn't really serve you, but you're wanting to get better. You're wanting the relationship to improve because you feel like that specific relationship is what's best for you, or whatever the case is. And that's where we attach to certain outcomes and don't allow the universe to provide us what we truly deserve, right? And so there's a little bit of self-sabotage going on here. And all this, with the Hermit in reverse here, all this is trying to do is bring it to your awareness so that you can try to process and understand where it's coming from and how to. I feel like first step right now is just bringing it to your awareness. Bringing this resistance to these changes just to your awareness. Just being like, okay, I see the things that I need to change and I see all the reasons why I fear it. Allowing yourself to just be aware for right now, because I feel like that'll be, because then you have to step out of your comfort zone in your immediate future. Then you can kind of surrender to those changes. But I feel like right now you kind of need to process through some of this resistance. Current energy for Aries. Bringing your limiting beliefs to your awareness is the first step. You don't have to take action right away. Current energy for Aries. The Hermit, or the Hierophant, excuse me. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse. With the World. And look at that, there's a Ten of Pentacles. You are kind of needing to adjust your perception on like stability and what that really means. Now, oftentimes, because we're taught this, we believe that stability only comes in the form of material things, and that our material things are only going to be there if we have control over them, right? Or the money we need, or the support we need, or the housing we need, or whatever the case is. Now, that belief, again, it stems from what you've experienced. But when you are pursuing your path, and when you are taking steps that you are divinely guided to take, the universe has your back every single step of the way, without a doubt. And there's this need to realize that a lot of your fear that you're experiencing and this resistance to your abundance, it lives in your mind, and it's not a truth. It's a truth if you act on it and you act from that place of that fear, but it's not real. Like, it doesn't mean it's not valid. It's just, it's not real. And the more that you can realize that the universe is trying to support you and whatever it is that you're wanting to do or wanting to have or wanting to create, then the more that you'll start to lean more on faith rather than allow that fear and the voices of people from your past or the way that you felt about yourself that you've internalized control you. Let me try to, because yeah, this is a cycle you have of letting your resistance control your reality, which is mainly where everyone who isn't on a spiritual or healing journey, what everyone is doing, right? Because you believe that that things are only ever going to be the way that you've experienced them, instead of really believing in the limitless possibility that really truly exists in this universe. Current energy for Aries. Current energy for Aries, please. Interesting. So there's the Death in reverse again. And you have the Four of Cups in reverse. Aries, I feel like you're focusing on all the ways that things could go wrong. Although I want more on this Four of Cups in reverse. It's like you're focusing on all of the ways that things, like all of the ways that, all of the what ifs. Four of Cups in reverse. Let me see if we can get anything else, like anything more specific on that. Yeah, expectations. You have certain expectations of how you think things should go, which are keeping you from how things should be, how things really should be. Meaning you think they have to play out a certain way, otherwise you're never going to be happy, or you're never going to be successful, or you're never going to have what you need, or whatever the case is. And it could be focused more on that what if, like, but what if this happens, or what if that happens, and it's like, but what if it all works out? Like, if this is about taking a leap of faith, or if this is about leaving behind something that doesn't serve you or provide you with what you need, like, what if that leads you exactly where you're supposed to be, which it will, it always does. But the focus, I feel like, is more on the negative aspects of what this decision or what these changes could do, instead of looking at all of the good things that could come from them. Immediate future for Aries, clarifying, step out of your comfort zone with the Hangman. Let's see if we could get some messages on what if Aries steps out of their comfort zone. What if Aries makes these changes? Or one big change maybe. What does that lead to for Aries? Clarifying, step out of your comfort zone with a Hangman. I don't know if I'll get answer on that, but I'll try. Immediate future for Aries. Okay. Not really. But what this is saying, I feel like we will get information on that. I feel like it's just going to take a second. Because what this is saying is stepping out of your comfort zone. What this feels like is taking a risk on yourself and your worth. Choosing yourself, putting yourself and your desires and your dreams even first. Instead of bearing the weight of maybe other people's expectations or beliefs about you. Because I feel like that's what you've been doing, whether or not you've been realizing it with this King of Cups in reverse. And so I really feel like the stepping out of your comfort zone includes dropping the burden of what you believe is expected of you or necessary from you based on what you've experienced, and put your faith a little bit more in the universe and believing that you deserve to be happy for who you are today. Like, I don't know, there's just maybe you're pushing it off. There could be a level of like pushing it off, or like something like I'm not ready, like maybe an aspect of like I'm not ready. I don't know, like it's just this need to put yourself first today. And that's not selfish. You can only give as much to other people as you give to yourself, right? Immediate future for Aries. It feels selfish when you're not used to it. Immediate future for Aries, clarifying, step out of your comfort zone with the Hangman. This is for Aries' immediate future, please. Page of Swords with a Three of Pentacles in reverse. Your fear of everything falling apart if you pursued this with the Ace of Wands lives in your head. With the Page of Swords, it's like it isn't real. Like it's your imagination. Your fear of it, because then the High Priestess in reverse, that's you not listening to your intuition. Thinking that everything is going to fall apart lives in your imagination, which makes sense. Then you have the Sun and the Lovers. It's like, and then the Strength. It's like, but the truth is, if you pursued this, this is what you have to look forward to. The Sun and this Lovers card. But it's like you fear this. You fear everything falling apart, or like nothing working out. And it's like, well, that, again, with the Page of Swords, it lives in your imagination. But it lives there because you fear it. Like, so it's okay. It's just, don't let that win, right? Immediate future for Aries. Want to know what stepping out of your comfort zone would lead to here, Aries? Surrendering to the universe, giving it over to the universe, stepping outside of your comfort zone. What would that look like for Aries? What would that lead to? Like, that's what I want to know the most. Look at that. The wheel turning in your favor. The Temperance with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, Actually, it's a Temperance in reverse. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. You see, you're frustrated that things that the wheel hasn't turned in your favor. But then it's like you're stuck in this disappointment. But then there's the Three of Wands. That's because you're needing to take steps out of your comfort zone. Taking steps out of your comfort zone and allowing these changes to take place is what is going to allow the wheel to turn in your favor. But this is all working through resistance to your abundance. So I get that you are where you are and you're frustrated or whatever the case is, but there's a little bit more like needing to dive into the reasoning behind why things haven't changed for you. If you aren't living the life of your dreams, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. What part of you is that? What part of you needs that attention from you so that you can address it, heal what needs to be healed, and move forward in a way that does, work out for you, align with you. All right, Aries, thank you so much as always for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Aries.